何か
いいえ。
There was nothing, not the slightest hint of abnormal activity. For a procedure with such a low rate of success, the results have been nothing short of miraculous. However, something still bothers Ryoko. She can't shake the feeling that he's hiding something beneath his guarded exterior, some terrible weight on his soul, perhaps. But if it is an inorganic problem, then there's nothing she can do as long as he refuses to explain it.
大丈夫ですよ先生。現に僕は今こうして病院の外でも何不自由なく
Without
生
any
活しています。
problems.
問題なんてないでしょ。
No problems.
Why are you just outright
ねえ
lying?
坂さん、こういった難しい手術は予後不断の原則なんです。もう少し私たちを信用してもらえませんと。
そうですよね。僕だって先生方を信用したい。どんな相談にも乗ってもらえるんですか？
ええ、もちろん。
Yes, of course, Ryoko answers, smiling to cover up her irritation. Sakasaka asked exactly the same question during last week's visit.
じゃあ先週の話の続きなんですが、
What
先
the?
生、あれから大貝教授については何か分かりましたか？
Okay.
Unable to answer, Ryoko hardens the mask of her smile. As before, the patient is inquiring about someone whom he has no business knowing. What?
大貝教授のことは、あなたの治療とは何の関係もないでしょ？
信頼しろと言った矢先にいきなり隠し事ですか？
Ryoko is used to patients treating her with hostility. After all, some degree of paranoia is natural when dealing with someone who holds your life in her hands. In Sakasaka, however, she doesn't see the short-sighted impatience that other patients exhibit. Excuse me. His demeanor is perfectly calm, almost like a detective questioning a suspect.
何分だいぶ前にここを辞められた方ですからね。私個人としても交流があったわけではないし。
辞めた理由はご存知ない。
Yeah, because of you.
ええ、おそらく個人的な事情でしょうね。
Yes, I believe it was personal, Ryoko answers smoothly, her earlier hesitation gone. Having decided at the outset to lie, she has no trouble doing so with a straight face. I feel that.
それにしても、崎坂さん、なぜあなたはそんなに大貝教授にこだわるん
You
で
think it's
す？
the monsters?
お知り合いですか？
教授は今失踪中なんです。知ってましたか？
Interesting.
Oh.
Okay.
いいえ。
Ryoko realizes that her answer may have been a little too quick. She should have acted more surprised. Oh.
Oh.
近頃教授の身内の人間と懇意にしていましてね。その人から調査を頼まれているんです。
Somebody's at your door. Oh, it's the cat. The cat's knocking.
Oh, go ahead.
Oh, God, I don't.
Oh God, Turkey just freaked the shit out of both of us.
Just checking to make sure it's not too good out there. No, I saw the cat's knock.
Oh my God.
Thanks, cat. Come on in. Girl.
Wow. Thanks, Turkey.
Yeah, I caught the cat's knock.
That probably didn't come through on the microphone. But there's a big metal like screen door, and Turkey, Pencil's cat, just wailed on it.
But the thing is, she knocks, right? It's
Yeah.
individual knocks.
Yeah, it was very clearly like not like Fluttershy, like it was like it was like holy fuck.
My cat knows how to knock on the door when she wants to be let in. I'm very proud of the fact that I taught her that. But it was also fucking terrifying.
Yes, it was.
I'm gonna have some gummy bears.
No, I don't blame you. Please eat those gummy bears.
Yes. A relative? Ryoko considers this with a frown.
大貝教授に縁者の方はおられないはずですが。
おお、誰から聞きました？
それは噂話に。
I heard it from a nurse, Ryoko replies, remembering that she just claimed to have no contact with the man. Ooh, you're dying.
そんなことが噂になる程度には 大貝教授は有名人だったわけですね。
まあ一風変わった人だったみたいですね。
なのに誰も彼が大学を辞めた理由を知らないと。
Ryoka falls silent, knowing that this isn't a topic she can brush away with a smile. Sakasaka seems to have finally grasped her mood, however, as his strangely stiff tone softens a little.
先生、僕はどうしても大貝教授に会わなきゃならないんです。彼がいなくなったせいで行く当てがなくなり困っている子がいるんです。
それはむしろ警察の領分なんじゃないかしら。
You're gonna hear my cat, guys. She's gonna come meow at me. Although she makes it sound like the most obvious thing in the world, the suggestion is actually a risky gamble. If Ogai Masahiko's disappearance becomes a police matter, then the university will be investigated. Everyone who was involved in the incident will be at risk of exposure.
Ooh.
And of course, that includes Ryoko herself.
Ooh.
She knows, however, that Sakisaka is unlikely to go to the police. First of all, his excuse is obviously a lie. They already made sure that Ogai had no relatives who might come looking for him, which is why they could bury the truth of what happened. But then, how did Sakisaka, a mere patient, learn about Ogai?
咲坂さん、私の知っている範囲のことは喜んでお教えします。ですが、どこか長期の旅行にでも行かれたか、その程度しか想像つきません。
そうですか。
Expecting resistance, Ryoko's surprised when Sakisaka backs down. She's still worried about his condition, but the mysterious link between him and Ogai Masahiko is only making her more uneasy. But as long as he doesn't open up to her, there's nothing she can do. After a brief pause, Ryoko writes, "Progress good" on Sakisaka's chart for today.
咲坂さん、それでは来週の診察ですが、今日と同じ4時でも。
Before she can finish, Sakisaka is gone.
Oh.
It looks like someone sprayed the walls with pig guts from ceiling to floor. What color should the walls of a hospital be? White, of course. And to the creatures of rotten flesh shambling around me, I'm sure this hallway looks just as white as it should. I know intellectually that the walls are white. I know that the flesh beasts are really human. I'm the one with the problem, and it's because I've accepted that I'm able to lead something approaching a normal life. Even if my university's medical department is nowhere near as good as Tokyo University's, I'm still a medical student specializing in neurology. I have a basic idea of what's happening to me, though it's hard to believe. This isn't a pathological condition. It's probably some form of agnosia. Agnosia? I actually don't know that term.
I can look it up.
Cool. Unlike anything that has ever been studied before. Agnosia. Like, feels like something I should know from my many studies.
Agnosia is the inability to interpret sensations and hence to recognize things,
Interesting.
typically as a result of brain damage.
Alright. The flesh beast called Tanbo Ryoko said that other patients had developed neurological disorders after receiving the same treatment I did. So, I guess I'm just another failure. It makes me want to laugh in that know-it-all doctor's face. That said, I don't blame the doctors who operated on me. After all, I do owe them my life. I know as well as anyone how low the chance of success was, and that I had no other hope of survival. Like, I'm kind of mad I blurred everything now. I'm not gonna lie.
Are we able to save?
But I don't know if, like, I think it's probably smart for Twitch.
Yeah, no, I agree.
Like, I think we needed to.
Yeah.
But I was unlucky.
We can kind of
That's
get,
all there is
like,
to
the
it.
gist of what's going on.
Yeah. The point is that my condition isn't treatable. Just like someone adapting to a hearing aid or wheelchair, I have no choice but to adapt to this nauseating scenery. Of course, it's hard. It wasn't easy to resign myself to this fate. But now there's more than just despair. Even for me, there's a glimmer of hope. Keeping my eyes on my feet so as to see as little of this horrifying world as possible, I hurry home. I live in a quiet suburban neighborhood, in a house that's much too large for me alone. My parents, even unluckier than I was, my parents, even unluckier than I was, died in the accident 3 months ago. I couldn't even go to the funeral for being in intensive care. I had to sell my father's business, but at least that left me with the house and enough money to live on for a while. Of course, I'm sad, but the accident took from me more than my parents. In fact, being on my own has probably saved me. If they were still alive, my parents would never have allowed me to live with some strange girl after all. What? It begins! As I open the door, a bright voice greets me from the kitchen. The voice is beautiful and clear as a bell, human. Its sweet sound washes the day's cacophony from my memory.
ただいまさや。
Oh.
Even the patter of feet coming down the hallway is music to my ears. Nowhere else in the city can I hear such footsteps. Only in this house with Saya am I so privileged.
遅かったね。ちょっと心配しちゃったぞ。
As I open the door, a bright... I already did that. Sorry, it flashed.
ごめんよ。今日は病院に寄っていく日だったから。
そうだっけ。
In her smile and the inquisitive tilt of her head is everything that I have lost. Since my accident, this girl is the only person I've met, perhaps the only person in the entire world, who does not trigger my cognitive disorder. True, her skin seems too white, and the color of her eyes and hair is probably different in reality, but even so, her form is undeniably human. And it's not just her appearance and her voice, but also her... As I bend down to take off my shoes, Saya wraps her arms around my neck and pulls me gently to her tiny bosom. Her skin feels truly human, not cold or slimy, and from her hair wafts the sweet fragrance of a young girl. Do we have a loli?
Yeah. She's definitely a little...
Oh, I have a loli! In all the world, only Saya is pleasing to my five senses. I'm gonna gummy bears and watch this script. Much more she smiles at me, embraces me. She knows that she's my salvation and for some reason is happy that I need her. By the way,
So is Saya drugs?
I don't know. I do this.
Ah. Gummy bears.
Gummy bears. Bears. If I had not met Saya, if I had been all alone in this twisted, filth-ridden world, I would no doubt have succumbed to madness. It is no exaggeration to say that Saya alone is keeping me alive.
今日は一日どうしてた？
今の模様替え。もう半分ぐらい塗り終わったよ。
Aww.
今はね、海のりの晩ご飯作ってるの。
She's our tiny waifu.
昼間テレビで作り方やってたから。
そうか。楽しみだな。
もうちょっと時間かかりそうなの。待っててくれる？
いいよ。じゃあ僕は今の続きをやってる。
After I see the humming Saya off to the kitchen, I step into the living room. Good Lord.
Oh, Jesus.
I realized one day that if the natural colors of the world were sickening, all I had to do was paint over them with colors that seemed pleasant. What? How does that make sense?
Oh, Jesus.
I went to the hardware store and bought every color of paint I could find. Then Saya and I tried different combinations until we found one that worked. After painting the bedroom from ceiling to floor, I was finally able to get my first good night's sleep since the accident. When we first started on the living room, Saya, unsure what to do with the curtains, just painted carefully around the windows. Without a moment's hesitation, I tore the curtains down and painted over the glass itself.
I'm terrified what this house actually looks like.
Me too. There'll never be anything out there that I'd want to see, and as long as we keep the storm shutters closed, the neighbors probably won't think anything of it.
ご飯できたよ。
What's
こっちで
dinner
食べ
look
よ
like? Shit, what does dinner
Oh,
look like?
God.
As she enters the living room with a tray of food, Saya sniffs the air.
ペンキの匂い。平気？
Now that she mentioned it, I suppose the smell of paint thinner must be building up in this closed room.
Oh, God.
It doesn't really bother me, though. there are far worse smells outside.
さやは嫌いかい？
平気。海のり
Saya sets the food on the table. Unfortunately, neither its color nor its smell is at all appetizing. Not that food elsewhere is any different.
いただきます。
As has become routine, I steel myself and methodically transport the food into my mouth. The taste is gut-wrenching, as I expected, but it's not Saya's fault. I'm sure she made it exactly like the cooking show said. Just that my taste buds can't accept it.
美味しくない？
It's not good? She asks hesitantly.
まあね。
Lying won't make Saya happy. She knows about my condition.
気にしないで。明日はまた別のものを作ってあげるから。
ごめんな、いつも。せっかく作ってくれたのに。
いいのよ。こうやっていろいろ試していけば、いつか海のりでも美味しく食べられるメニューが見つかるかもしれないじゃない。
In my current state, eating is nothing more than an unwelcome duty. As much as I hate it, I need food to survive. If I stay alive, then perhaps one day, as Saya says, I'll be able to taste something delicious again. Like that pussy. Sorry.
Yeah.
I met Saya, didn't I?
さやは食べないの？
私は
That's not a good sign.
I ate someone's soul.
Or she doesn't eat at all.
Oh.
Yep, see?
Oh shit.
In all the time we've been together, Saya has never once eaten with me. I don't know why she refuses to do so. It makes me a little sad. Still, I'm not about to push the issue, not when she's putting up with all the problems I have.
そういえば、今日もう一度、
Oh
病院で
shit!
君のお父さんのことを聞いてみた。
Oh shit.
Yeah. Pay attention.
I am paying attention.
パパの？
Dr. Ogai Masahiko, Saya's father, is her only relative. Saya has asked me to unravel the mystery of his disappearance.
やっぱり何も教えてくれない。何か隠している雰囲気なんだな。
そう。
I expected Saya to be a little more dejected.
心配じゃないのかい？お父さんのこと。
そういうわけじゃないの。
No, Saya responds with an unreadable expression. It's not that. She gives a little shake of her head, then smiles at me once again.
ありがとう、海のり。私のためにいろいろと。
君はそれ以上のことを僕のためにしてくれるんだ。
I thank her for the meal and set my chopsticks down next to the perfectly clean plate. As wretched as the taste was, thinking of the care that Saya put into it gave me the strength to finish every bite. At least he's eating.
じゃあ、
Yeah.
お風呂にする？
Oh!
Oh.
We need to make sure this doesn't get rated R.
Yeah.
また背中流してくれるか？
All we can do is if something does happen, see that little window next to window Sayano Uta? Hit that. And
Okay.
it'll click it out. Then we can keep going and
Yes.
just tell everyone what's going on.
I'll read the whole thing, it's not a problem.
Yeah.
Ever since Saya moved in, it's been like having my own wife. Okay, do I need to click away? Oh my god.
Seems to be okay for now.
Alright.
If it's a flash, we're fine.
Saya, why are you so good to me?
Oh!
Okay.
There we go. We're fine.
Yep. No porn for you guys. Like, Jesus Christ.
Yeah, I'll
That
edit
was
out.
abrupt. Like, again, for the rated R scenes, do you want to blur them? Doesn't blur the sex. Doesn't blur the obvious sex. Like, I'm pretty sure this is a rated R scene.
I warned the Discord that this
Yeah.
would be 18 plus.
Yeah. Okay, I guess I'm reading the sex scene.
Okay.
Am I allowed to just, like, read the sex scene?
Yeah, no,
Okay.
reading is fine.
Okay. Oh my god.
I can do it.
No!
Why?
Why do you want to read the sex scene?
Why not?
You want to read the sex scene so bad? You read the sex scene.
Alright, here we go. Saya's slender hips bounce up and down with an insatiable hunger, each descent thrusting my manhood deep into the embrace of her hot, tight womb.
Why are are you thrusting into her womb?
いいのすごい熱い奥まで
You have to read her lines too. They can't see it.
They can't see it, but they can hear it.
But you can't. It's Japanese.
Oh, fuck. Yes, yes, good. Ah, hot, deeper. Who could imagine that her seemingly incorruptible body would ever glisten with the hot sweat of passion, or feast on pleasure with such bottomless lust? Saya, my darling Saya, is this really what you want? Why do you go so far for me? What am I that you can give yourself to me, body and soul? More Fuminori! Harder! It's so deep! Ah!
Oh my god, dude.
Is this merely sympathy? Do you pity me, the exile from society? Is that enough for you to surrender yourself to such mad desire? Are you so wanton?
みのりすごく
Yes, please, give me more, more.
The fact that we're on a sex scene this early in the game is kind of astounding to me.
I'm going mad. Ah. No, it was like, the sound she makes in bed is sound when you go to Taco Bell and you're really high. Her eyes, as she gazes down upon me, are devoid of the twisted or sinful desire. They are only melting flames of ecstasy.
What is this game?
Her beautiful carnal moans and undulating body seem impossible, dreamlike, and I cannot help but wonder if even the pleasure that is burning me from head to toe is but an illusion.
Boobies! You grabbing her titties, guys.
Needing to touch her, I reassure myself that she's real. I raise my hands to her small breasts and seize them like my life depends on it. Saya convulses, screaming like an animal, as I roll her sharp pink nipples through my fingers. She throws her head back and gasps for air.
Who's watching this shit?
Ah, yes! Fuminori! I'm going to pieces!
Good lord.
I just want to thank
Like the few people who are still here.
Electrical Skateboard, Jam, and Ratchet Star 4 Fall for putting up with this.
Well, I'm sorry. Once it's not porn, we'll go back to showing you what's going on.
Saya is here. She is with me now. Put up with this scene, I'll give you guys another free game. How's that sound? Only in this moment is her existence certain. Only when I am joined with her can I believe. Fuminori! Inside! Please come inside! I want you in me! I nod and accelerate the pace of my thrusts. Saya's gasps rise in pitch as her mad dance of passion reaches its peak.
Sorry, the cat's being weird. That's... Jesus Christ!
I'm coming! Fuminori! Together! Together!
She's definitely a loli, and she's like straddling this over-muscular dude. And the dick is just like straight, like. Does she have an anus? Like, is there one?
No, there's no anus.
Okay.
There's no booty hole.
No wonder she doesn't eat.
No matter what cruel fight might await me, Saya, there's nothing I fear more than losing you. My question is, what is he actually fucking?
That's a really good question. Like,
Jam, I have several questions.
I'm pretty sure that one is self-explanatory.
As Saya climaxes, convulsing and wailing, I surrender to her tight embrace and unleash my boiling seed into her womb. so hot, Fuminori. Are we back to good? Let's give it a second.
Yeah, I suspect she might still be naked.
Yeah. Saya collapses atop me, still smiling, and I wrap my arms around her. The feeling of her soft, sweat-soaked skin and the warmth emanating from her body reassure me that she is still here.
ふみのり泣いてるの？
Fuminori? Are you crying?
Yeah, you sissy.
I realize that my cheeks are wet with tears. Probably because he's fucking like his mom's head or something.
Yeah.
なぜ僕にここまでしてくれる？
Why, Saya? Why do you go so far from me?
Because you got a big dick, I saw it.
ふみのり
Fuminori?
わからない。
I don't understand it. I don't. But I'm losing myself to you more every day. I can't live without you, Saya.
耐えろ。
I wrap my arms tighter around her, praying that our bodies will melt together and never again be apart.
教えてくれ。
Tell me, please, what must I do to keep you with me? How can I repay
ど
you?
うやって君に向く？
Yep, I'm glad we
Oh
waited.
yeah, titties.
抱いていて
Keep holding me, Saya says into my chest.
ふみのりに抱いてもら
I
うの
want you to make love to me. I want to stay like this forever.
Are we gonna have like another sex scene right away?
Yeah,
だ
why
から
not?
私は
I won't
ふ
leave
み
you,
のりから離れ
Fuminori.
たり
なぜ？
Why?
なぜ僕なんだ？
Why me?
それはね
Because you're all alone, she says softly, gazing up into my eyes.
Well, that's creepy. That's some red flags.
Yeah,
それは
all alone,
さやも
just like
一人ぼっちだ
me.
ったから
The sorrow in her voice resonates with my own. There's a deep loneliness in her eyes, a loneliness from which now springs boundless affection.
だからさやにも
You're all I
ふみのりしか
have.
いないの
That's the red flag
ふみ
too.
のりただ一人
In the whole wide world,
私を
only
抱きし
you
めて
will embrace me, my precious Fuminori.
ふみのり
This bitch creepy.
Now I know. No matter what horrors this world unleashes upon me, all I'll ever need is Saya.
God, this is not
Unhealthy?
healthy as anything. Okay.
I don't think we're in Creepy Land anymore. I think you can.
Yeah, I
turn
think
it
I
off.
can I click onto this?
Yes.
Okay.
Alright, go ahead and go back to the screen.
And Priest is gonna give you guys
Yep.
a game code.
I saw you guys picked up the other one pretty damn quick, like stupidly quick. So, we're gonna jump up and we're gonna do this one. And we're gonna do a little bit of a game with this one. This one's gonna have an ampersand, which does not belong in it. How many people, how many different voices, as in how many people are streaming with you guys right now? So how many, I'm counting the people in this room. I see
Not the cat.
not the cat,
Not the cat.
but how many people are on the other side of this microphone? Should be simple. Go for it, guys.
Woohoo!
All right.
Anyway, Yo is determined to talk to him today. Nothing will happen as long as she hesitates. It will only prolong her suffering. The time has come to show courage once again. If she just pops up, she's got tits out or something, I'm gonna like cry.
Just like, ree! Nah, just cancer.
What is going on with your titties, girl? Why, look at them! Yo's fourth period on Thursdays is biology. Well, she should go so she understands why her tits are like that. This is her one chance to see Fuminori. As a required course with many students, the lecture is held in a large hall that can seat well over 200. But since the room is usually only half full, it is rarely difficult for Yo to find the seat she wants. At least they're sitting higher than they were last time.
Yeah.
So what's up with her shirt?